Our next guest has been in Mustang heaven. He's Craig Borland, the president of the Auckland Mustang Club. Welcome to Automotive News, Craig.
Thank you, Alastair.
Charlotte, North Carolina, everything Mustang, eh?
Indeed it was.
It was the launch of the 2015 model.
That was part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all things Mustang, but certainly the new model created considerable interest.
I'll bet.
And huge gatherings of people that were around the turntable trying to get their photo taken beside the car, front, rear, side on, you name it.
They didn't let you sit in it?
No, unfortunately not. About the closest I could get was to one of the young ladies that wanted to have a photo taken beside it. That was the next best thing.
So it was everything Mustang, as we said. There was cars there from 1964 and a half, and
yes,
yeah.
Yes, there were the very first 1964 and a half was there on display. 4,000 odd Mustangs, and of course, whilst we're at the Charlotte track, which was for some 4 days. They had track experiences, so people for $250 could
really?
Pay a sum of money that got them 6 20-minute sessions on the track.
Not in the new Mustang?
Not in the new
next year's
Mustang, it was only their own Mustang. So, there was a constant sound of V8s echoing around the track as you were walking around the centre area.
I've seen the left-hand drive version.
Yes.
What did you make of it? I mean, it still has the old original design cues, a touch here and there, but it's now more of a global car simply because they've got it. They're going right-hand drive, left-hand drive, Europe, Britain, Aussie here, South Africa, Japan, all over the place.
Look, I believe so. You know, my own personal view when I looked at it instinctively, that it's from the front certainly very Aston Martin-y. It's got that European look about it. It was interesting as you looked at the roof line. What immediately came to mind was Porsche 911, which was rather unusual. The rear of the car, beautiful. It's got a lovely rear end.
Perhaps they borrowed a few of those design cues just to appeal to more to a global market rather than the American market.
Look, it could well be. I think their roots are the American people. They're obviously trying to attract a new audience to the Mustang.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason for the new design, so to speak.
All right, any indicate, like next year, Ford isn't saying exactly when the Mustang will be available here, but it'll be next year.
You would imagine so. The problem is that Detroit can only produce so many models. My understanding is 500 a day, and right-hand drive versions are sort of at the back of the queue. And I'd imagine that New Zealand is even further.
Yeah, well, it's a small market. I think the right-hand drive market worldwide is, what, 23–24%? Yes. I think the balance is all left-hand drive.
Yes. All
right, so the intriguing part about it, from my point of view, was the limited edition, the 50th anniversary car. Now, they're making 1964.
That's right.
It's a tribute to the original.
Yes.
You're telling me, which is something I didn't know, and there's one convertible in there.
One convertible in that lot. So they're only producing them in 2 colours, Wimbledon white,
that's right,
Krona blue.
Yep.
They've got little unique features, unique VIN number, serialised.
Yes.
The horse, which is just the horse on the standard Mustang, is going to be within the corral. There's going to be the signature of Bill Ford on the car. Yeah. And of course there is this one convertible, which you and I can't purchase because it's a raffle.
It's going to a raffle, charity
you
raffle.
Buy a $20 ticket. I think it's 100,000 tickets.
Really?
Mm. And some charity.
When are they raffling that? Next year or this year?
Oh no, fairly quickly. I can't recall what the close date was, but they were queuing to buy the tickets. Let me tell you.
Will the Mustang itself lose some of the old mystique once it's gone to right-hand drive?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think
it's
so.
It's a rebirth all over again?
I think it is, yeah. Yes, we're going to have a whole new audience. Even within the club, we've talked about how it's going to change the dynamics of the club with people that are going to acquire cars that have been previously out of reach for them.
Engines, right? New Zealand are going to get the 2-litre EcoBoost engine.
Yes.
And the 5-litre V8. Apparently we're not getting the V6. That's just going to be for US or for left-hand drive market, I think.
It could well be. I'm not quite sure about that.
All right. Now, the surprising thing about 2 litres, I mean, if you asked an old Mustang fan that, hey, we're getting a car with a 2-litre engine in it, you'd throw your hands up in despair. You'd think, what are they on about? But the engine has had plenty of use in, you know, Range Rover Evoque and Fords,
Yes.
other Fords and all that sort of
Yes.
stuff. It works very, very well.
Yes,
But you won't get the rumble of the V8.
No, but
They didn't even hint when it's going to be available next year.
No.
Now, the Canterbury Mustang Owners Club is hosting the Nationals over Labour Weekend this
Indeed,
year.
yes.
Now, there's a bit of a whisper around that Ford will bring in a 2015 model. Whether it'll be right-hand drive, it's probably fairly remote, but it could be a lefty there.
I would think it would be a lefty. I
Yeah.
don't think there's any right-hand drive produced at the moment. That's speculation, but Christchurch have really bent their back on this particular convention, which is an annual affair, and Christchurch are the lucky ones to be hosting it this year. But what is interesting in the detail that they're sending out is that Ford have really got on board for this convention, and so they're one of the major sponsors, and there's a number of different individual Ford franchises that are noted as interested parties. So you would have thought with their assistance that they would do their damnedest to get it.
Indeed, this is going to be a biggie for them.
Oh, it would be amazing if that could happen.
All right, this line lock feature. Okay,
Yes.
so it's an electronic feature that locks the front wheels, allowing you to spin the rears.
Yes, yes.
They showed that at...
They showed us via video, and we were at a banquet dinner where the chief engineer for Ford. Anyway, this line lock, we got to witness it as a first. So when it was launched, that was the first anyone was to learn about it.
It's quite interesting.
No one was aware that this was happening, and boy, it's a lot of fun. But my first thoughts were, when are you going to be able to use it?
Yes,
certainly not. The police would be real interested.
There you go. You know, I looked at it the other day when I read about it, and Ford are saying, their marketing people are saying this is for track use,
yes,
or drag strip use only. You see, and I thought, oh yeah, I can't wait for the TUI billboard on that one.
Well, it's quite interesting because you watch it operating. The car just stands absolutely stationary. You get 15 seconds of it. At any stage,
that's a long time.
Well, yeah. At any stage, you can push a button and pull out.
Yeah, of course.
So, and it's just controlled by the steering wheel. So it's all very easy. You hold the wheel straight, and the car just sits straight. Simple as that.
Clever electronics in there, eh?
Indeed. Yes.
Far cry from 1964 and a half.
Oh, gosh, imagine doing that.
Craig, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much, Alastair. Lovely to be here.
Well, that's it for this show. We'll bring you more on things motoring the same time next week. If you want some more info, you can always check out my website, automotivenews.co.nz. The TV interviews are posted on the website's YouTube channel.